Good evening, everybody. My name is Satyareddy Chinta. I'm here today to present you about online learning and massive open online courses. These are called MOOCs. Of course, they came from Canada. The name is originated from Canada. The massive is like you can offer it to a large number of people. It's open for everybody, and it's online. Today I'm going to talk about three different problems, specific problems that we all have in our lives. Number one is we want our kids to be active learners. Number two, we want college education to be affordable and accessible. And number three, for those of us who are working professionals, we want to be caught up to what is happening around. We want to be professionally and personally up to date what is going on around the world. So we want to learn continuously. So I want to address these three specific problems. So first, K through 12. So I divided everything into three segments, basically the K through 12, college, as well as the lifelong learning for the adult learners. So K through 12, typically in the classrooms that we currently have, what happens is it's a passive learning. Like teacher teaches something, then gives some homework, and maybe once in a while takes a test. So there is no way to immediately assess and understand how actively the student is learning, identify specific issues with each and every student, and address them immediately. And also with the number of students increasing, budget cuts, there's a lot of pressure on the students to cater to each and every student's need. So, Salman Khan, who is a MIT graduate and he used to work for a hedge fund, so he identified the specific problems that most of the schools are having, and he came up with this brilliant idea of online learning. Then whatever he was teaching, he was using to help his cousins, he put it online and made it available to each and every kid in the US. So this concept has been adopted by about 40 school districts in California, and they were able to raise their standards, achievement standards from 27 to 43%. So if you look at the site, he has all the basic skills like math, science, humanities, and also for students who are planning to apply to college, they can even prepare for SATs and other areas. Even Bank of America has identified this as an opportunity, and they have given this online site for customers who can use it to understand the financials and what goes behind personal and industry. So it gives an opportunity for financial education. So basically, the Khan Academy operates on the basic principle that a student learns, and as he learns, his activity is recorded, and the data is made available to the teacher as well as the parents and students, so that they can better understand the learning patterns, any drawbacks, or wherever intervention is required. So they can intervene and accordingly adapt the classes for the students' needs. So isn't this wonderful for students who are lacking, and it will give an individual student-to-student based help. The next problem that I want to address is the college. There are basically three things. College should be made available, accessible, affordable. So there is an incident in South Africa, University of Johannesburg. It has limited number of seats, public university. So a lot of people wanted to compete for those seats. There was a stampede, and a lot of people got injured, and somebody even died. This is happening because things are not available. Education is not available for them easily. And if you look at since 1985, the expenses in college tuition has increased at an alarming rate of 150%, not even comparable to the increase in Medicare and gas costs. And as far as the opportunity is concerned, we need a college degree. At least 50% of the jobs, they just need a college degree. So not everybody can afford, or the education is not accessible. So how can we address this problem? The solution is what is called MOOCs, which is a massive open online courses. Massive in the sense that it can be offered to millions of students at a time. Then it's open means most of them are free and some of them are started giving credits. And it's online. I mean, most of us have iPads, iPhones, even computers, so you can get online and start learning. So there are a lot of MOOCs. One of them that I like is Coursera. It is initiated by two brilliant Stanford professors. These are all the universities which are currently offering a number of courses. So I want to briefly drive through the Coursera offerings and show you what exactly we can take advantage of. So currently in Coursera there are 9.5 million enrollments, students from 195 countries. There is already 4 million hours of learning, 180,000 students in a particular course. So there are several subject areas. I mean, Sudha may be interested in big data, or Bobby may be interested in developing an application for health, or Liz may be interested in learning something about music. So you have options here. It will show you the current enrollments and the completed courses. Some of them are offered as a signature track, so they'll give you a certificate which you can forward to your prospective employer for a better job. You can download the certificate. I completed one of the Georgia Tech courses here. You can even share the course records with your prospective employer. So one of the problems that college learning is, once you complete the course, there is no way for you to go back and repeat everything, replay everything if you want to rehash. So this is possible going to the class archives. Then it is a structured delivery. I mean, there are a lot of discussion forums which are going on. It's a global discussion. So you post a question anytime, you'll get an answer. You can give your reviews. There is a massive interaction that you can have with your professors. So there are other sites also which are offering these from MIT and Harvard. And if you look at the survey of MOOCs, most people have agreed that online learning is comparable to the classroom-based teaching, and most of them said that they are going to learn using MOOCs. So in summary, what I was trying to get at is that we can address these three problems of having our kids active learners, to make the college affordable and accessible, as well as lifelong learning possible through online courses as well as MOOCs. So I've compiled a list of MOOCs that are prominently used. So I want to leave this sheet with each of you. So I urge you to go home and fire up your browser and enjoy learning. Thank you.